and he cannot kill us in one turn, so I'm not even killing this. Like, look at this board that we'll have in a moment. Also, if he keeps attacking with Purveyor, we can just raise him directly. Like, look at this value, man. That's absolutely insane. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here. Today, very quick intro because I'm definitely not recording it at 2:30 AM and I need to go to sleep. And the main idea is that this is a Brokers Ascendancy deck, so every card we play creates a lot of tokens. Dennick, extremely good with scaling thanks to lifelink. Invasion of New Phyrexia, it's insane value if you can even get one counter on each night. Teachings of the Kirin, this creates 2 creatures, so they will get double counters. With Tocasia's Welcome we can supplement our cardo on top of Planeswalkers. With Wedding Announcements we of course create a lot of tokens. Wrenn and Realmbreaker, this is one of the Planeswalkers that benefit quite a lot because you play her, you instantly make a creature with hexproof, which is insane, and the land gets permanent counter for future Wrens as well. And also this gets loyalty counter and it has a great creature for defense. So Wrenn is a very good target. And that's the deck. I hope you will like it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm super sleepy and I will be absolutely thankful for it. Alright guys, have fun and enjoy. Alright, unfortunately on the draw again, but we will take it. We have Teachings of Kirin and our opponent is playing the Thing. This one is always tapped. This one can be untapped if we draw the right card. Not the right card. However, we still are kinda okay. I think if we can survive a moment, we should be okay. Like, we have a lot of power in the board. So, let's start. We missed turn 2, so we need to go with this one. And let's start making those tokens, because red decks do not like them, or even black decks. We take the damage, absolutely, we down to 17. Theoretically on the next turn we could go double Teachings, and then Brokers Ascend. Ooh, but it's super greedy, I don't think that's the play. However, this can be absolutely devastating. I like it. What are you? That's a cut down. Oh, that's so mean. But we still have 2 blockers and he needs to deal 5 loyalty. That's a lot. And we ain't attacking. We just want a super big board, so Ascendancy just doubles our value and it's way off the charts for our opponent. That's the game plan. Right, Goose? Yeah, Goose always agrees. I mean, they're so cute. Our opponent has a pickle. He has to remove her because she's super annoying, especially with Wedding Announcement, and it might not be easy for him. He might have things like edicts, of course. Oh, I like it. A while since I've seen this card and I never read it. I literally never read the card. So, we can make a lot of blockers. We probably want to go like this. This is a weird one. How do you work? When this permanent is put into a graveyard, draw a card. Sure, because it's blitzed. And he didn't use ability, so it's basically just a creature. Alright. Seems pretty good. But this is the correct one. We don't need the lifelink yet. And on the next turn we get way better lifelink. So while we lose a little bit, we ramp him. If he cannot answer Elspeth, we still get insane value on the next turn. And when you can set up the Ascendancy while also basically keeping up with your opponent, like if this is basically a 3-4 turn play in total, you don't fall behind, and usually you need to fall behind just for an investment, you know? And they're exiling cards. They know how scared this card is. But I still think we absolutely outscale them very quickly. My friend, you won't like it. And I can just take the damage, so I will go with the lifelink. Because why not? First you want the token, and then you want to buff it. I mean, from single 1/1 to double 3/3s? Sign me up! And it's just a start. And that's why we have this card. It's just 5 damage and we get the benefits, right? Man, I cannot resist it. It's just way too good. And he cannot kill us in one turn, so I'm not even killing this. Dennick, sure. Like, look at this board that we'll have in a moment. Also, if he keeps attacking with Purveyor, we can just raise him directly. Like, look at this value, man. That's absolutely insane. Oh, and we are just starting. We are just starting. Sure, 7 damage, it's nothing. Alright? Especially with a 4-4. Alright, so we need to play the card. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Oh, like, look at this, man. Like, my token is a 6-6 already. Thank you for this extremely powerful effect. So we probably play the welcome, right? I like it. It sets up for really good stuff for the next turn. And we can always cycle some of the cards. Definitely this guy, and probably this guy, right? I mean, that's 10 damage already. I think he draws a card as well, right? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile, so it doubles his cards. Oh, we will go like this, but I can just double kill it, but I have to ward and that's not exactly what I want. So I could destroy evil, but then we are forced to go for this one. I think we actually allow it. We already get the lifelink. I like this trait because that negates his card advantage. And I mean, our board is not getting smaller. And on the next turn, man, we will, yeah, we will get all of those things. Eight damage seems like a lot. Alright, you got it. I don't feel great, I didn't want to use it. But we'll get a lot of blood tokens. So our draws will always be good. I think I might get rid of the Smite. I liked it, I actually thought about making deck with this one. Elspeth Smite might be good, it makes sure that this dies, it also exiles. So I'll take it. However, I mean, with Ascendancy we can do so much stuff. And I will keep drawing those cards. So, first things first. Wow. I mean, we are at 17. It's hard for him to raise us. And this is exactly what we wanted. It will die this turn. So we don't deal any extra damage, but when this dies, he doesn't get the ability, and he kinda wanted the ability. That was the whole point of his play. So right now he has no board. Basically, he's at 10, and he's losing in life total as well. Let's start cycling cards. This is definitely the worst one. And let's see if we can hit something better. Let's go for Dennick. I like the card. Let's play land. I like the card. Let's put counters. I like the counters. And with this one we instantly create a creature, which means that we draw a card with welcome. So, I mean, he needs something extremely powerful or he's out. And as you can see, man, those were 1/1 tokens and they grow to 5/5, 6/6 with lifelink. That's a lot. I had a lot of fun. Alright, we're going first with some Dennicks into the populates into wedding announcement, so I kinda like it. Let's go like this, because this is turn 2. This is why the land is so good with, you know, 3 mana lands. And now we go Dennick. It can be cut down, it seems to be going to be cut down, but still, card for card. Pretty good for our opponent, but what can you do? We'll go with wedding announcement into Dennick or Emperor. We'll see. Our opponent is really nice on curve so far. So let's get those wedding announcements cooking. We are not guaranteed to 4th land. We probably need to be careful of shorted, so those sweepers might be super useful. I really need the land. Man, our opponent is doing it.
Those who get in my way tend to regret.
Sacrifice is probably better.
Drop it.
Alright. I see how it is. I think with Liliana pressure, Farewell is way too expensive. I think he should be trying to protect her. She is a good card, even loyalty matters.
Watch it.
Unfortunately, we didn't draw cards, so that's bad. Like, we need to develop plans. So I hope our opponent whiffs, but he won't. So already the draw's not in our favor. Especially with basically unlimited 4 mana value. Let's get rid
I'm
of...
tired of your secrets.
Generally I would go for Dennick, but what if I won't draw land? I guess I should draw something else, right? And he's down to 1 card as well, so it's not as great. Alright. I guess it is what it is. Like, I'm 2 turns behind on the Emperor, man. That's so rough. Oh, the game is so tempo-oriented, and yeah, our opponent also has a perfect card as well. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's see, I think he will attack. So that's why we went with the Emperor. Man, pretty rough. And it will mean Liliana ultimate probably. We also lose Emperor because of the Foundry. So our opponent has insanely good opening, like cut down, go for the Throat into Liliana, Tenacious, the Underdog and Geeks Command. And from the top Trespasser, I mean, can you even imagine better though? I guess Charlotte is the only one better. Extremely bad, man. He didn't go for the Founder plan though. I will go for this. We won't get better deal than some Invasion of Phyrexia, and we can start pumping those. So, let's see if he can have another good card from the top. Because we are kinda winning the board despite everything that happened. And we can sacrifice this guy. I wonder how he will go for -6, because they usually go for it. Alright, finally. Let's see the ultimate. It will be painful, but it's also a pretty hard split. There is a lot of factors right now. He really wants to get rid of this card, so he probably should prioritize it highly. But also the Emperor and Wedding... Oh, so Wedding Announcement and this guy should be on the separate piles. Then I cannot have a 4/4 basically. And probably 2 lands in every pile. This way he really mitigates the Dennick pressure. I mean, when you're open... Alright, let's see. It's a 3/3, and this is a 4/4. I don't think it's a good split. Right now he cannot attack. And I will flip this invasion. Alright. That's some sneaky damage, but he loses Trespasser and I still have one of the Dennicks. Yeah, exactly. Land from the top. Are you going for the trade? He can get rid of both Dennicks, but not if he does this. Alright. So I have cards, he has no cards. Let's see who top decks better. Alright. That's some classic draw. 2 damage to my face, sure. Don't forget, every creature we play is overstated basically. Alright, slowly getting some extra value. So right now it's already 2/2. And we will get extra value in returns. And every land we hit is already a Dennick. That will be what? 4/3, which is quite nice stat line. Oh my god, so good at Magic. Alright, how are we doing it? This is also a pretty good top deck, to be absolutely fair, but 7 damage to my face is not exactly what I imagined. Sure, I'd love to take a lot of damage to my face. Did I really take this 2 damage? He definitely plays short the Trespassers. Whatever. We need something good to happen, because so far we are really not hitting our stuff. I'm definitely not pulling my hair right now. Alright, sure, I would love to damage to the face, on top of having a planeswalker in the battlefield for the rest of the game. A tapland. Somehow it was obvious, wasn't it? And the draws are absolutely horrible, I'll tell you that. Like, we're not drawing what we should. Our opponent finally drew a land. Pumping Liliana, he should definitely attack. I would say that's a big mistake, to be honest. So, we probably want to attack Liliana. I probably should attack first before he knows, but it's fine. I'll risk it. I think it's a good deal. I don't want a fur yet, I want to get rid of Liliana. So, let's see. What can I get? I think a creature, right? So I could try to use this and not trade. But this way we get... Yeah, creature is better. I think creature is better. It also gets rid of trespasser targets, so it's also a little bit better. Not sure how many creatures I have. Well, quite a lot. Quite a lot. And he doesn't want to trade, yeah, so double blockers is way better than not having those. And with lifelink, one hit will finish the game. Oh man, that... Oh my god! Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Alright, we'll do it this way then. Alright, we're flipping, and those will be blockers, right? I could also make a creature, but I don't get a good deal here, so I might just attack on the next turn. I need some lifelink, man. And here comes the fairy that we cannot use because what he drew is 7 converted mana cost. Yep. Yep. I think we'll just keep discarding. Depopulate is actually pretty decent, but not good enough. But you know what? I kinda like it. We could also go for Ascendancy and then double block. It's risky, but if it works, we absolutely outscale him very quickly. I can also go for Emperor, but then I cannot target it. Depopulate doesn't give us card. It gets rid of the Flash Gorger, but then we are kinda weak to the stuff. I think what we should do is this. Because we instantly get some value. And on the next turn we lifelink for so much that we probably win the game. Like, this will be bigger than the Flash Gorger in one turn. Alright, he got a land. Alright guys, I think we got it. That was absolutely painful. Like, no joke. Oh, it hurt my soul when he drew those cards. Especially this Geeks command absolutely demolished me. Is there a way? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. And we can just go with this guy. And 7 lifelink is a lot, especially that we can fall with Dennick, and it's not like he will get anything. Let's draw some cards. Some quality cards right there. Alright, so what we will do is probably like this. Because we are playing Dennick. Alright, I think we should win, but he still can draw some things maybe. Not sure what things, but probably something. But as you can see with Brokers Ascendancy, you just scale super hard. So if they cannot kill you, they probably are not winning. Alright, let's see it. We have 12 toughness in the board. Oh my god, even double Flesh Gorger was not enough, but to be fair, I also had some good top decks, like the Destroy Evil was absolutely crucial. Alright, not the quickest hand, but with Wedding Announcements I think we should have a lot of buffer. So of course we need to go for double Headquarters, and then the turn 3 we have Wedding Announcement. Sure, some Boros action, you'll have to see it. It could be Jeskai as well. We'll see. Yep, Jeskai. Alright, I guess the first Make Disappear will make appearance. Good joke. We could also go for Teachings. Let's risk it. I think he has the Make Disappear, but it's still worth a try. Like, it's just few cards. Alright, that happened. So, our opponent is playing heavy counterspell deck, it seems. If he plays also Syncopates, probably on top of Make Disappears. Alright, it's fine, we need to go. Missing lands is not great. However, at least we don't go into the nighttime. He probably will play land and pass the turn and cycle one of the cards. That's what I would guess. 5 cards to go. Big score main phase, so he expects us to have some counter spells. And he can still counter whatever we play. Let's attack. He definitely has some instants. And let's go with the Teachings. So he definitely can play Farewells. Let's see if he counters this one. Not really. Burning Treasures is nice, but I think he's trying to hit Chandra. This feels like Chandra deck. So it means that he's trying to hit her for the next turn. But I mean, our board is pretty nice, so we have 3 creatures, Chandra can remove 2 of them. So it's already okay. I would love to play Tamiyo to get rid of Celestus, but man, he has so much tempo and ramp. Like from the start, this Syncopate was really big. Oh. He just removed his star. Hashtag Mythic. But you know, who I am to talk. I made a lot of misplays myself. Every week make a token, and with Tocasia's Welcome, we make stuff. And we also draw another card on the next turn, because the Teachings transform. So I mean, he needs like instantly another for a while, right? Wrenn is very good draw. Let's draw our cards. As you can see, we are starting to pile the advantage. No instants, however, it can still be a counter spell. Do you want to counter? Here's a counter spell. So yeah, let's see if that's Make Disappear or Syncope. Oh, a negate. Absolutely love to see it. The point is that I can play Tamiyo later, so filling this in graveyard is actually okay, as long as it's not a Syncopate. And the pressure is already on the board. Oh, Ascendancy. That's a big deal. If do we have creatures? I don't think so. I would love to have creatures, but we just have to attack like this. Farewell, definitely. Some of the Azorius decks have a way to go about it. And we put the counter here, because he wants to kill Kirin anyway. There is a priority. So he either drew an instant, or that's a counter spell, like another one. I think we can go with this. With Tocasia's Welcome, we have some, you know, some potential. And we are dealing a lot of damage overall, so he has to sweep. Usually you don't play more than 1-2 farewells, so he probably is a little bit out. Like, he probably needs a lot of turns to hit the other one. Sunfalls, on the other hand, he probably has a lot. But I think it's fine. Like, every creature we'll play will be very, very strong. Oh, I appreciate it, man. So yeah, I think it was a ramp Chandra deck, so he plays big score, then he goes Chandra and light up the night for insane amount of mana, and I think that was the deck. And goes first, which is pretty awful with this hand. Thicket? Something like this. Because we have so... like, our 3 mana needs to be... oh, with so many different colors. I was about to say before my opponent this horrible thing that he did. Playing Phyrexian Arena, so this will get rough, man. We need to put insane amount of pressure, so Arena kills him together with us. Oh boy, he's going for it. I can respect this. I can absolutely respect it. Let's get some extra value. It will be a problem because he has a lot of mana already because he's on the play and he will never lack cards. So being on the play with Arena is extremely better than being on the draw as well. Because normally you lose cards for being on the play, right? But here you don't lose cards because you instantly get one back. So you just have better situation overall. Here comes the Smite. Here comes the Smite. Alright, we'll draw a card. Not the biggest fan of it, but it's fine. No cut though. That's important. So, we deal some damage. Every damage might matter. And with Ascendancy, there is much more pressure. Here it didn't matter because we are drawing card, but already 9 damage in the battlefield. However, he definitely plays Path of Perils, so I assume that we will get swept this turn. Alright, I can respect this. I like the deck. I like the deck. Going big. However, we have... Like, we can also go big, and he's fully tapped, so let's go. If you think they were usually huge with a 2-2, like, look at those. Like, we just made 16-16 on turn 6, so he needs another sweeper. And even if he, like, he's paying 2 life a turn, I guess he has a lot of those. He has chosen the right one. Extremely bad draw. So it's getting a bit scary because he's drawing 3 cards a turn and we are not drawing what we want. Dennick is pretty okay. Like, we want to keep up the pressure, so he needs to tap out every turn. And every turn we are making between 8 attack to 16, so that is a lot, but it's hard to beat 3 cards a turn and infinite mana. By infinite I mean 1 land a turn. Alright. Just don't remove my stuff, please. For this 1 turn. Be a nice person. And he was not a nice person. Alright, this is one of the cards I needed a bit late. Alright, so I think we are going for the face. We can flip it, but only if we can flip it, like, really. And we are going for it. We can create a 6-6, and hopefully we can draw some creatures so we can create more cards with Tocasia's Welcome. But it will be hard. This guy has 10 cards, I think, in the hand. Yeah. And he says it's not enough. Alright, bring it on. We are in full top deck mode against Shrouded and empty board. If I could choose something else, I would, but let's see what we draw. Alright, it's kinda great, but also not really. So let's draw some more cards, but we have lifelink at least, but I'm not sure if it will matter. What a weird game. I really think that if we were on the play, we would have a very decent shot at winning this game. Because when he was playing Arena, already there would be attackers on him, and he instead played it on empty board and just, you know, got all the sweet value for free for the rest of the game. Like, he's at 30 cards already. Alright, so 1 sacrifice, counters and lifelink, right? So he wants to force us to block, and he will, but we can start drawing cards, man. We have our own 3 mana Arena, but a bit late. Oh.
Phyrexia is as inevitable as the rise of the downtrodden.
That's fine. Alright, we are on the play with an interesting hand. We definitely have to populate. And our opponent is a creature deck, so that should be interesting. Let's go like this. I'll make a stop just to mess with him just a little bit. Talia? No. Alright, without Talia, I think we can absolutely... Yeah, being on the play with the Populate, which is already cheaper than the Sunfall, I think that's a good edge. Alright, so what we have to do, survive this turn. And I think with the Populate, like, we will get this huge hit, but we should win afterwards. We have a good removal, so this is for Adeline. This is basically for the rest of big creatures. We have double white with no pain, so we can just play this. Yeah, if we sweep the board, we have... Like, we can just go 1-for-1 from there. Especially with Tamiyo, like, it's so good. Oh no, no way, my friend. Oh, that's silly. This is absolutely silly. And in this case we go Emperor, because if she dies, we play Tamiyo and get the Emperor back, so yeah, he will scoop after this one. I will also -2. This way I can kill my own Emperor. Yeah, and I wanted to -2, kill this, -1 main phase, then play Tamiyo and get Emperor back and -1. So if he didn't scoop right now, he would absolutely scoop after that play.